Okay, we're going to just do a quick demo on the pick tool, which is one of the most common tools that you're going to be using. It's the little black arrow at the top there, and it allows us to select objects by left clicking on them, and you can see that it's selected because it's got these big black boxes around, and any individual nodes within the actual objects themselves become visible as little squares on the screen. So by selecting something we can grab it. If I just put a rectangle on the screen here, I'm just going to draw a rectangle, so I can select any of these nodes, these black nodes, and just increase the size. It does it all proportionally, so you can choose to make it by picking up the corner. You can move scale it proportionally. If I click the button and scale it and then press the shift button, it does it, instead of doing it around the bottom left hand corner without the shift button, if I hold the shift button it does it around the center. So if you've got a frame around something, you can use the shift button to scale it just off the middle. If I just deselect this object, you'll see that at the moment this is just an outline. There is no fill in the middle, so if I try and click in the middle of this box, nothing's going to happen. I have to actually select the outline. If I left click the colour icon here and fill it with a blue fill, then now when I click in the middle, it does select it, and it allows me to pick it up, drag it and drop it. So I can click off, click in the middle, pick it up, again with the left hand mouse button, drag it around. You can see, I think you hopefully can see on your screen the slight outline there. You can move around. If I click this again, so I've selected, I now click again with the left mouse, the arrows on the or the blocks on the outside have all changed now to arrows. So if I want to rotate this block, then I can now click on the arrow on the side there, the little semicircle, quarter circle arrow, and it'll allow me to rotate the object around. If I press and hold the control button whilst I'm doing that, it will move by 15 degrees at a time, so I can make sure that I get it exactly 90 degrees. The ones on the side, if I just click here, the ones on the side when it's in a normal rectangle with the square black blocks, I can just drag and move this in and out, and likewise I can move in and out here. If I miss that little button, you can see the cursor changes. If I miss it and accidentally catch here, it will just pick it up and move the object around. If I want to select multiple objects, so let's say for example I've got a piece of text which says hello, then I choose the pick tool. I can now pick that text up, move it around. If I want to select the text as well as the rectangle, there's a number of different ways to do that. With the pick tool I can just draw a box around those objects and group the two together, or select the two together should I say. That's fine if you can do that. It may be that you can't. It may be that if I draw a box and I only get half of, in fact let me just do the other way around. If I draw a box and only get half of the blue rectangle in, it will only select the hello world word. It doesn't actually pick up on the box. So it might be that I want to just select this manually, so I can press the shift button, and if I press the shift button and click on the box, it will select the two together, and you can see that both those two are selected. Deselect them, so I click one, press the shift button and click the other, and I can go shift clicking around the screen and select all the objects on the screen if I want to. If I want to select everything, then I can press Control and A together, and that will select everything. And if I now want to deselect one of these objects, so for example the rectangle, then I can press the shift button and click the rectangle, and it will deselect it for me. So shift and click will toggle the selected item. So if I shift click it now, it will select it, shift click it again, deselect it. And that's about it for the pick tool.